Am I too late? I'm not too late, am I? I'm not too late. Hi, everybody. I'm Sean Farquhar, past international president of the International Brotherhood of Magicians. And boy, am I excited to be the person that gets to introduce tonight's episode of Something Up My Sleeve. Presented by, of course, the International Brotherhood of Magicians. This is a behind the scene look at comedy, magic, and improv. And please welcome your host, the incomparable Michael Dardant.
And we're on. Beautiful. Welcome to episode 6 of Something Up My Sleeve with special guest today. I am so excited to have him on the show. He has several prestigious awards in magic. One of the nicest guys you'll meet in magic. Here's some of the awards he's had: the Spanish Champion of Parlor Magic 2010, North American Champion of Close-Up Magic in 2011, Silver Medal Society of American Magicians. I was actually there to see him get that one. Magician of the Year in Spain. That's the Escanio Award. Spanish Champion of Manipulation. First prize in the White Magic Festival. Second prize in Manipulation European Championship. World Champion Manipulation 2015. And not only winning the first place in FISM, but also the Grand Prix Award in FISM 2015. Coming from Spain here on the show, Hector Mancha, world champion of magic. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you.
Hey, how are you?
Excellent. Good to see you doing great. I'm so excited to have you here. First of all, you look very different to me because when I last saw you, you didn't have all of this going. So you've changed your look a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Was after COVID. I all the time in my life shave my hair, my head, and all the time. And when we were at home, locked at home, I get bored about cutting myself the hair, and I said, I don't
You
care anymore. And I realized that I have hair.
you look 10 years younger though. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I think so. I think so. I don't know.
I didn't realize that you shaved your head. I just thought that you were bald before. I
Yeah,
didn't.
I thought the same.
So you've had this beautiful hair the whole time, and you've just been getting rid of it for years. Wow,
Yeah, yeah, that's the point.
crazy. I'm gonna start off. We're gonna go out of order. My first question always is, what is something up your sleeve? Meaning, what is it that you bring to the table that you feel separates you from other performers, from other magicians, that makes you Hector Mancha?
Well, oh, the first question is a great question, Michael. It's really great. Okay, that's a good thing because I try to all the time to find this, no, to realize what is what I I make myself different. No? There is a sentence that I love. This sentence that says, "If you are not different, be cheaper," and it's a wonderful sentence.
If you're
I
not
try.
different, be cheaper.
Yep.
Okay.
You try to be different. If you are not
Yeah.
different, be cheaper.
Be cheaper than the next guy. Okay. Be less expensive if you're not
Yeah,
different.
that's the point. It's a
Yeah.
good
That
sentence.
actually makes a lot of sense. Actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And and well, I try to have fun in the stage and the magic that I usually do, not the manipulation magic. It's more pickpocket. It's comedy. It's improvisation. It's a lot of stuff and a lot of different kind of things that I do in my show. And but I have fun. I have fun. I am natural, and that's that I what that I try to do. Be myself. If you don't like it, it's your
That's
problem.
that's one thing that I've noticed is that you have this natural quality about you when you take the stage. It's really no different than you just walking in the room, and you never appear, because you're so natural. You never appear to be nervous. Now, is that the case, or are you just not showing it? Do you, or do you feel so natural that you don't have that nervous energy?
Uh, I think that the nervous energy I lost time ago. Sometime if I do something, I think really an act new or something difficult, or maybe I'm a little nervous, but I am not anymore because I failed so many times. I failed too much time, that really big fail that wow. And then I realized that nothing happens.
Okay.
The life continues, and the people. If you, I recently had a really fail in a big gig, really fail. Everything goes wrong.
Could
And
you
it's
describe that? Could you describe a moment for us? I'm going to change the view a little bit here. So, can you describe a moment of that you remember of a big failure in Magic?
okay. Like big failure is the last one. I don't know. I can say where is this, but you will figure it out.
Okay.
I have a deck. I have I practice the one version of the trick that I do. Okay, take a card, and the rest of the card I don't need anymore. Okay, and I throw, and then a card is I have a prediction, something like that. Okay, and then minutes before I have to change the way to do it, the method, because some magnet something that doesn't work really well. And I said, okay, I will do like I always do, no problem. But this way I can throw the cards. And then I say, okay, this is the card. Okay,
Metal
this I don't
Society of
need
American
anymore.
Magicians.
And then I realized that I need anymore. I need it. And I saw the cards on the floor. The TV was filming. And okay. I start to laughing, the people laughing, and that's it. Then I fail a lot of the attempt, a lot, and the life is too short to be nervous. And I realized that the other day, like driving by a motorcycle. You remember in Madrid, we
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, I had the photo pulled up. But I was gonna show as like what your hair used to look like. We can see your face, but you're wearing the helmet, so
uh-huh.
we can't really see. Let me see if I can pull that up. Share my screen here. Share the screen. Yeah. So that's this one. Yeah, here we are. So but you can't see your head. I gotta find another. Let me find another one. But yeah, so to catch everybody up, little did I know at the time, because this was when I was doing a lecture tour and happened to have a lecture in Madrid. Little
Mhm.
did I know at the time that I was being taken around on a motorcycle and given a personal tour by the next world champion of Magic, because this was right before Hector won in 2015 and got the Grand Prix prize. So little did I know that that's who I was riding around with at the time. Of course, I knew in the back of my head, I knew, and Eric Rumisthon knew. We had a conversation about it. We said he's about to win FISM. Oh no, you're wearing a hat. We still can't see your head.
I
Uh,
call myself all the time.
but I don't know who that kid is next to you, because that he looks different. So we both look a little different. You got a beard and my hair changed. So that's my
Yeah,
wizard hair.
maybe it's 8 years ago. This photo, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Uh, well, that it was 2015. So
Yeah,
you would have so 7 years,
maybe,
about 7 years
maybe.
ago. And so that's right before this was in your hometown, and then we met up in Remini for FISM 2015, when your category was staged was manipulation.
Chip.
Okay, so essentially the hardest category that there is the one that you chose to go into, which makes sense because that's whether it was manipulation or not, that's what it had to be. We had to call it something, right? We can't just call it pure magic, even though that's what it looked like. So I guess we'd have to categorize it as manipulation.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a chance to ask you. I actually found the interview with you in Shin, and in that it shows your act. I wanted to ask. I always ask how much of an act someone wants me to share. I don't know what's available on YouTube as far as sharing that act, but I can show some of that video as well.
Yeah, I think that it's in online and you can share. I think no
Okay,
problem.
great. Yeah, I mean they can find it anyway, and I'll put the link in the chat as well. So uh, before we get more into, I do want to talk more about the FISM Act, but before we get into that, what is happening now with you? And then we're just going to backtrack because I want to find out what's going on over the apocalypse. But what is happening now? It looks like you just had a tour with the World's Greatest, with the Masters of Magic. Was it?
Master of Magic in Italy, you mean?
Was that in Italy? Look, there was dates in May of 2022. So you just last month.
No, I think no. In Master of Magic, I wasn't there. May no, I was
Okay, wait,
in.
hold on. You're in the video. Hold on, I have the video queued up here. So this is the one I'm talking about. You can. Oh, wait, what did I do? Oops, that's the wrong one. Share.
Maybe yes, I don't know. I don't remember. I was May.
This one here, which I think is one that's just happening. That's not you. It looked like you.
In 2000.
There you are.
Yeah, this is me. This is me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's you with no hair. Oh, wait, it couldn't have been last month.
yeah, I was in the Master of Magic, but not this year. I was in 2020. Yep. Yeah, but the question is what I'm doing now, right? Or
Yeah, but I was confused until I see that the video you don't have hair. I realized, oh, it couldn't have been last month. But the dates for the show said May of 2022.
no, 2020.
Oh, is it 2020? Oh, 2020. Oh, I can't even read. Okay, that's what it was. I thought it said May 2022. So I thought you just finished this. So this happened then right before COVID. Then I guess.
Yes, it's
Okay.
like just before or something like that. Yeah.
So how is that being a part of such an amazing, huge variety show with magicians? Because a little background, you weren't a professional magician, you're a professional fireman, yes?
Yeah, I'm not a professional magician. My job is be a fireman, and the magician for me is a hobby, something like that.
And so as a hobbyist that perhaps wasn't pursuing big stage shows throughout a career, what was that experience like all of a sudden walking on stage with all these great acts?
Well, it's a great experience. Master of Magic, that is the convention of Walter Rolfo. Um, he did a great job, and all the time that he invited me, I spent a great time because I share the stage with great magicians, and the audience is great. I have a great time. I invite the people to go to Master of Magic. It's great. It's a good convention.
Now, the act itself was developed for competitions, mainly for the
The
competition,
manipulation
or
act
yes.
was it's difficult to. I try to figure out how is my creative way to create things, not in my creative process. But actually, I had a manipulation act with only one hat and cards, but there's only one deck of cards and one hat, no? And I saw Eugene, and I thought, wow, this is good, no? To be in a stage and be beautiful theater. Could be great to do the same, no? Something minimalistic and something good. And and I started to work with one song that is the song that I have, but I love it. And that's the first thing was the song, and then I started to work in ideas and happen.
Now, how many years would you say this was in development and up until you competed with it?
1 year and a half.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's right,
And
because when I first saw you competing, it was a completely different act, um, which I would describe as more of sort of like you combine mime and puppetry.
Mhm.
because the card actually took on a personality. It was like a little baby, and so you had this routine, which that's actually what won you the silver at the SAM, I believe. So
Yeah,
I didn't see this act until, well, I didn't see it live until FISM. I had seen a video. So actually this was the newer act, I guess, that you put together.
yeah. This video is not good because it's so dark. Usually used to be more light.
Um,
It's so dark. It's
this do you have? Is there? If you have another link to send me too, I can also share a different version of it Tuesday as well. And of course, I feel that I want people to be able to experience the act, not watch the whole thing on video, because it's never the same on video. Never the
yeah.
same as
This
experiencing
video,
it.
I think it was the Shimlin video or something like that. It's so dark because the I don't know, the light was dark.
That Yeah, that was from. I'm not sure when that was. You guys were together. I like the part when you said that you want to be Shinlim.
It was in New Zealand. New Zealand. I was with Shim, with Charlie Fry, Rob Sabreki.
Oh, here we go.
I don't like to be myself. I want to be you. Yeah, because
I want to be able to produce cards like this.
no,
How can
I want to be you with your hair and you're beautiful and you're charming. But I want to
That's
be your
that's why you have the hair now. That's why you grew the hair.
See, yeah.
Uh,
Yes,
that-
and now I like Shimlin.
That's hilarious. Two FISM champions telling each other, "I want to be you." They want to be each other. Yeah.
Yeah, Shim is a
So
nice guy. I recently saw him in Vegas. I was in Magic Live, and I saw him, and he's like a star there. All the people want a picture.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's really a star. And then I in the last night in the party, all the people was there. Shimlin was in that table with a lot of magician, Shim. And then I grab him, I take it. It's mine, it's my favorite magician for me. And I start running. It's my Shimling, it's mine.
Awesome. Yeah, he's about the size of a trophy. You can you can pick him up, you can hold him up as your trophy. So I want to get two perspectives from you during the last 2 years. Their perspective as an entertainer during COVID and what you were doing, but also the perspective as a fireman, because obviously you have a unique perspective on what people went through during that time, or what you went through. I'm sure as a fireman. So give us an idea over the last 2 years, what was happening in your life from your perspective.
Okay, the 2 years. Oof, this wow, what a 2 years. As a magician, the last show that I had was in a really popular show in Madrid. It's in a big circus. It's the Circus Price. It's a big circus in Madrid, and there's a festival that is the how's the name? The International Festival of Madrid, Magic Festival in Madrid. And I was there, and was just all the world closed in Madrid. We spent 4 weeks there. We finished the 4 weeks, and at home was like almost to fail all the show, because if it was 2 weeks before, after, no, sorry, before, it was a mess, no. And then I started at home, and at the beginning I start to do stupid videos, but I love to do something on Instagram. I have an Instagram also, but I don't do not too much. If I think a joke, I do, but I did a lot of videos, and then I started create the one-man show that I have now. That in English the title is "It Is a Magic." This is the title. I will give you I will send you a picture of the show. It's really nice.
Okay.
The poster. And I start to do something that I never did, and it's a good thing to do, is write the script.
Okay.
I all the time I say, okay, I do this, I have this joke, and the show start to improvise by itself what I'm doing. But this
Oh,
time
interesting.
I do my comedies writing, and I take a joke, and this what I did in this time actually, and I am really
So
proud
you
of
weren't
it.
so before you weren't actually scripting, it was just kind of coming together and you were memorizing along the way. So you sort of were improving different routines, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah, and
And
I create other ones, and I start to write, and then I take the all the props because my one man show is really minimalistic, no bag, no all in my pockets, and I start to work with different elements and create new things, but working just before, and that's something new for me because I love improvisation, and I say, okay, I have this idea, let's try it, and I do.
which is risky in magic,
Yeah, it
because
is.
they say there's a fine line between wizard and stupid. Like you can look like a Jedi, but then all of a sudden something falls on the floor and you go from magician to just idiot
Mm, Dumb.
instantly.
Right.
And it's a risky thing. A lot of magicians are very afraid to try new things, but I love improv as well. And sometimes I'm guilty of that, just throwing something in the show without the practice. But then really, until you're performing it, you're not really getting real rehearsal out of it.
Yeah, but
And
in fact, like I am an idiot in the beginning, then nothing happens.
performing it, you're
I,
not
I
really
s-
getting real
look
rehearsal
stupid,
out of
and
it.
yeah, but
And
in fact, like I am, and that's what I did. I work in my show and working new. I developed a lot of new tricks, a lot. I
Now, did you put together any online shows specifically? Did you try doing some virtual magic online during that time?
Yeah, I have a show. I work with no profit organization called Abracadabra
Okay.
in Spain. That usually I work with them with in hospitals and some kind of these things. And he did they did this kind of show, virtual show, but I don't like at all. I do for them, but it's like okay, and this card is your card, and applause. You see on the screen like people.
Right.
Okay, now it's really weird. I am 100% sure that I am a live guy. I prefer live for all my life.
Well, and magic is an art form that really must be experienced live. And unfortunately, people, unless they have the comparison, don't know that. People don't until they see a magician live. Those that haven't, that only see it on TV, they don't understand the difference until they experience it live and realize that this is an art form that elicits a pure response and that must be experienced in 3 dimensions.
Yeah,
You can put together a very impressive virtual show, but it's not the same. It's very different. And an act like yours just absolutely must be experienced. Quick question about your manipulation act. What kind of setup time did you have before each performance? Just
well,
for
really,
the
really
act.
short, really, really short. I
Really?
really, really. I have my big show in big theater, one man show that have maybe 30 minutes. Not because I have some props and some costumes, no? But in my small show is nothing. I put some decks, some things, and I come maybe at 30 minutes, not much.
30 minutes?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
big show,
Well,
the big show.
okay. No, I was talking about just the manipulation act.
My manipulation act. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to set up all the things.
Really?
The
Okay.
the worst part of my act is the reset. The reset is so long, so long. I have
Well,
a lot of
that just
thread.
shows you how little I actually know about what you were doing because I have no idea. That surprises me. I would have assumed that you probably have 30 to 40 minutes of setup each time you've got to perform that just because I have no idea. And I'll tell you who else has no idea. Every other magician who's ever seen the act. You know how I know? Because you know how magicians have to, even when they don't know, they have to act like they know, right? They have to like pretend they knew the whole time. Like, oh yeah, I know what he's doing. As if like somehow when we become a magician, we instantly have to know every single secret there is, and if we don't, then we're not real. We're not really magic.
Mm.
And I knew that nobody knew, because everybody who would tell me an account of how they thought it worked, it was completely different. Everyone would tell me something completely different about how they thought you were doing your act, and that's when I knew they don't have a clue. I don't know. They don't know. I don't want to know. They don't know anything. All I know is that when I was in Spain doing the lecture, you're in the front, like you're sitting there listening to me, and your hands are moving the entire time. And I don't know if you had bills with you or cards. I think you had your bills, that your Hector bills, and you were going through slides, practicing slides. And everybody's brain works differently, so I know not everyone can listen more intently when they're working on something, but I'm sure that you're probably that same way, where if your hands have something to do, then your brain's going to be more active. But I'll never forget that the entire time you were working on your manipulation that entire time. Like
Yeah, I
why
don't
you're
I have
running.
active acts, and I have my deck here, and I all the time that since I was a child, all the time I have to have something in my hands, because maybe this is because my mind is more focused or whatever. So could be, but it's not my manipulation act. It looks difficult, but it's stupid things. It's so dumb, so dumb. And in fact, manipulation score, the punctuation has to be 70% the technique. Okay, like the difficulty of the 70%. My act is so easy, it's super easy, and then the people don't as the all my magicians don't know how it's done. They don't know how difficult it is. No,
Well, and that's the thing. When you don't know, you assume that it must be, and that's what's great. When you look that smooth, we assume that behind the scenes, like this duck on the water that just gliding along, but underneath it's doing this, and that's what we assume is going on. And so you can get away when it looks that good. You can get away with something that's easier than one would assume.
it's super stupid and super minimalistic. Recently, I was with in a Magic Live with Yuki, a really young magician from Korea, I think. No, sorry, Japan. So beg my pardon. Japan, and he's really young, really clever. He showed me things that I shocked my mind, like, wow, this is so difficult, so creative, and he have a lot of props, a lot. But it's a show to see one side and see what he's doing real for real. But actually, I have nothing. It's nothing, nothing. Well, my I all my show is so small and that in one bag. I'm coming back in the plane. I have my clothes and my show. Small bag. That is so dumb. I don't know if my Grand Prix act could be one of the 10 best or one. I don't know, but it's the most practical one. It's so dumb.
Now, going back to COVID a little bit, because I don't know if we talked a lot about what was your experience? Did you get extremely busy as a firefighter during that time, or was it less busy, or like did they keep you working the entire time during COVID?
And during COVID, as I said before, we open a lot of homes of old people that died because COVID, and they are dead. And we all the time we did this. We have a lot of not fires, not but these kind of things.
Here,
It
no,
helps.
see, it may be different there. Here, firefighters told me that they were actually called out more frequently because since people were home, they were barbecuing and there was more fires started. Now,
Okay.
America, we barbecue all the time, so maybe that has something to
Yeah.
do with like we were cooking over open flames, and so there was a lot. That makes sense that if everyone's home, there's going to be more home fires, I
Yeah.
guess. So they stayed busy, but maybe that's a barbecue type thing. I don't know.
No, we don't have too much barbecues.
Okay, no.
No, sorry. My daughter is asking me for more food. I just get, "Oh, no,
Feller, no barbecue.
no barbecue. No.
No
We
barbecue.
we we have like big homes in the not in the center of Madrid, more outside. and not we are not so we don't like not the barbecue like American people. No, we fire not too much, car crash not too much because the people don't move for this one. More dead people and I don't know, not too much things. No, we work only this, helping the medical people, not the doctor, the nurse, only this.
Now, going back to magic performed live versus magic performed on television, one thing that really stands out that cannot be experienced two-dimensionally that you do in your act is pickpocketing. And you have some very unique ways of doing that and methods. And could you speak a little bit about about pickpocketing and an example of how that needs to be experienced?
Okay, I love pickpocket. Since a long time ago because when I was born in Canary Island. It's like a Hawaii from Spain, something like that. A small island that are from Morocco, like 2,000 kilometers from Spain. It's like Hawaii, and I was born there. And as I was child, I wake up in the morning, really morning, the Sundays in the morning, to steal the wallets to the people, the drunk people that go to the beach. Oh, they leave the clothes and
Oh,
go
really?
to
So
the
you had real life pickpocketing experience.
not
That's
because I have,
wow.
not because I was poor. I have not too much money, but because I take the money and I buy video games. No, the video games,
Wow.
the computer video game Commodore 64. Yeah, and that's that I did in pickpocket when I was a child, to steal the wallet for drunk people. And and then my father realized that I have all the games, a lot of games, and my father was, where did it come? No, a friend that gave to me.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
really. And then I started to do pickpocket in Magic. I knew pickpocket, and I was that is fun, but because once I had a spectator in the stage, and he had his wallet almost to fall to the floor. It's really outside from the pocket, no? And then I take it and I take it. Nobody realized about that. No, he didn't. And I put in my pocket. Okay, I think big applause to this guy, to the spectator. The spectator go to his seat, and then they have a lot of cards in the floor. And then I took a card and I said to the spectator, okay, you, I have one card. Say any card in the world. Say any card. And he said, is that maybe the eight of spade? What's the three of heart? But the eight of spade. The eight of spade. And then when the spectator do this in the show, it's like he's doing a magic trick for you because he's doing a really great trick. I have a card, the eight of spade, and then you have to to use your best poker face, no? But it's a miracle, no? And then I said, okay, do you want to change? No, I have here one card. One card. I know that you said the eight of spade, and this is the eight of spade. Oh, the people, wow, wow. And now I show the wallet. And this is the wallet, by the way. And the people freak it out. Was a reaction like, wow, the wallet, wow, wow. And then I have this face. Like I take the wallet, no, I take the wallet, I take the card. What happened here? What just happened? I did the best card trick in the world. This is the best card trick in the world. Tell me, I have one card. Tell me one card. This one. That's it's amazing trick. And then I show the wallet that was so easy to steal, super easy. What happened? And the people like more the wallet because I asked it after the show. Oh, do you like the show? Yeah. What do you think about this trick? It's really good. What trick? I mean, the trick that and you said, oh yeah, that's yeah, I the first trick. But the wallet, man, you steal the wallet, the watch. How many things do you steal? No, only the wallet. What happened? What happened? And then I start to work, and I realized that the pickpocket world is really, really close. Not close, really close. No, it's not. They don't share too much. and then I start to work in my stuff, and now I have to announce that there's a book of pickpocket that will publish Vanishing Ink, I think soon, in a couple of months. And I have here a lot of magic tricks with pickpocket, like looks like pickpocket act, but it's a magic. It's magic. It's a have a trick, and a lot of concept, and I think it's good book. And that's work is the what I do most now. I do a lot. I go to maybe yesterday I have a show, a cocktail, no, kind of magician magic show, the cocktail, and I went with one coin and one deck, and I do pickpocket a lot of people, and the people love a lot, love a lot. I love the pickpocket.
Advertising your.
Yeah, this is sold by Vanishing Ink. Is the my Silly Tricks Hanover edition.
So that's Silly Tricks, and that's from Vanishing Ink, available now. 90 minutes. But so there's something else. That's not the pickpocketing one. There's something else on pickpocketing
No,
as
this
well.
is I have here. This is magic tricks, close up, and some parlor, really great tricks, really great tricks. And I have there a routine that is not in the book that I do all the time without coin. Okay, in my first station, I try to steal my partners, my work friends, all the time. You know, I mean, all the time. They are so annoying and boring about me. Like, Hector, please. And all the time I practice a lot, and then I realized that okay, I need some routine or something that let me steal them again, and they focus on something that let me steal them. And I saw the stuff of the coin routine of Apollo Robbins, some master guy. I love him. I never meet him, but I once.
I got to work with him for a movie.
Okay.
And that was on Focus. That was the first time I met him. Unfortunately, a lot of the cool stuff that we came up with, and that he kind of directed what he wanted me to do. And there was some amazing stuff going on that we were just sitting at the table. He had me there with a real street hustler. This guy wasn't a magician. So he had a magician sitting across from a street hustler, and basically had us working together in front of the camera, pulling off some crazy card stuff. None of it even showed up in the movie. None of it was there, but at least I had a chance to work with him. Amazing pickpocket and amazing philosophy behind it. And so
great.
You know firsthand the difference between, because people always they don't know when you're entertaining with pickpocketing, they just figure, oh, you could just walk up to this guy and take his watch off, without even saying a word to, and they don't realize the difference between there's pickpocketing, and then there's pickpocketing involved with entertainment, and how much easier that is to misdirect somebody when you're performing, as opposed to just like walking through a subway car. And you have both the real life experience and the performance experience now, apparently. Well, I mean, from what we're learning, if you were stealing stuff as a kid.
Yeah, but the way that I still I know that on the street you have to work with more people to steal for real. No? One do the misdirection, one do the steal, one take away. No, to lose all what is the all the. No, when I still as a kid was it's super stupid. You wait the people in the beach who is have a swim, naked swim. Oh, then okay, I'll leave room, and now okay, can we leave? It's so dumb, and that's why I have a dangerous friends, and I learned this and was it's good. But I love it. I love this trick, and I said I studied the Apollo Robbins routine, the coin, and I said I want something because something similar with the SpongeBob with something, and then I developed this trick, this act that I love it, and I do all the time, and it's a wonderful trick with one coin, one SpongeBob, one whatever. And I was with Gregory Wilson, other guy, really great guy in my pickpocket, and he said, I have the same idea, and he said, oh wow, and it's similar. No, we have a routine that are similar, but the concept is good. It's really, really good.
One that I learned from you, I think it was when you were lecturing in Quebec, is the one where you roll the deck up in your shirt,
Oh.
and then one card comes out. And I wasn't upset that I never thought of that effect, because I'm not really great at thinking of effects, but I was upset that I never thought of the joke, because then at the end you say it's called manipulation. And I work with burlesque shows. I MC burlesque shows. I'm a magician. How have I never thought of using the pun manipulation? Manipulation. Like, that was so brilliant. I'm like, I was so mad at myself that after years and years and
Yeah,
years,
this is not
it,
joke for me. This is it's from Pete
and
Harlan.
it took somebody whose, if English is not your first language, and you still had a pun that I had never thought of. I was so
No,
mad. I was so
but
mad
it's
about
not.
that.
I have to say that this is not my joke.
Oh no? Okay.
No, it's a really great joke. It's the Pete Harlan joke. He said
Oh,
to me,
okay.
"Oh, you do manipulation." I
Oh,
was
nice.
like,
All
"Oh,
right.
you are a genius, man."
Perfect.
It's
Yeah.
really, really great joke. Yeah.
Well, and then we saw some manipulation also on Penn and Teller, one of your other good friends, who made his nipple disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, Maria Lopez is an amazing guy.
I guess Mario does manipulation
Yeah,
as well.
he
That
did
was
real manipulation.
that was true manipulation, when you make your entire nipple disappear.
Yes.
Yeah, incredible. But in great effect. I did try it on stage. It was one of those that I probably should have practiced first, but I was like, I got it. Once you explained it, I was like, I got it, right? And sure enough, I did. And I don't know why I don't use it more often. I guess because I have to pull my shirt up, because usually
Wow.
I have a tie and everything. But
Yeah, maybe it's better
but
with a t-shirt. With a t-shirt,
yeah, I think I had like a long sleeve V-neck under my jacket for that reason, so I could try it. And but it was beautiful. I mean, and just incredible. Really really a fooler. Sometimes you just think about the the story of the effect, and the comedy of the effect, and sometimes I'll forget of the effect that it has, the magic of it. Of people are like, how in the hell? Because it seems impossible that the one card comes out. It's really, really smooth. I love that.
yeah.
So
I love
great
this.
idea.
I love the all the magic that I do in car magic is parlor situation. It's all the time. I have close up tricks, good, but all the time I do this parlor situation acts, and I try to do tricks that the people can see from far, mostly far, no. And this is one of these because it's like the handkerchief car, no, the car that go out from a deck around wrap on the handkerchief. It's the same, but the t-shirt. And I have a lot of tricks like that, and I am really proud of one of a trick that I think that you will see soon. That is with I call the best card trick in the world. It is it's with a cell phone. With the cell phone with the people, I do a video call with someone. He said a card, and I have a card, and it is so simple, and I love this kind of tricks that the people see the card tricks and part of the situation. It's really really I love this. A minimalistic trick. The trick is so clever that you don't need to work a lot.
So you've used that word a few times, a minimalistic idea. So, what are some of the benefits of that, other than packing smaller, of that idea for both stage and close up?
Wow, I don't know. I want to be free in the stage, not have to not props, not have to back to take it, and I think that is not necessary to show more that it is necessary. You know, less is more, and it's just like that. If you, it's like a matrix trick. You know matrix tricks?
Oh yes.
I don't like it. I don't like it because I miss all the time. The card he's for one coin and he's for one and now four coin in this side and one. I don't know what are you doing.
Miss what's happening. While you're explaining that, I'll give people an idea, because that's what I consider minimalistic, is the fact that you have all of the stage presence, all of the focus on you. There's nothing around you. It's you and a hat. So classy and simple. and filling the entire stage with your personality. There's no props taking away from you. Everything's focused on what you're doing, and it comes across as pure magic. And here we're seeing that you're doing basically the one thing that anyone with actual magic powers would do, is make money appear. If
Mhm.
if you break it down as to what, if you really had powers, what would you do with those powers? You would do this all day long, right? That would probably be the one wish you would ask from a genie. Give me $1 million, make $1 million appear. And that simple concept is exactly what's happening. And as strong as this is for magicians, I feel that it's got to be even stronger for laymen, because
Yeah,
you're doing
yeah,
the one thing they want to be able to do. If they could do magic, they would do this. Not make rubber bands pass through each other, not play with sponge balls. They would just keep making money appear. That'd be the
make
only trick
money.
you would need to know. Yeah,
Yeah,
love it.
it's
And
funny
and you're
because
filling the stage.
all the concept of the character of the act was not my idea. It was there's a magician in Spain, Juanjo Barón. He's an actor and he's magician. He's really clever guy. And I showed the act to him. Really sketch up show, no, something the act. I mean, and with the music and cards. And he saw me and he said, Man, I don't know. I see you like a miser." No, because you are not a beautiful guy. What do you say? And then I start to thought, well, okay, well, I can work in this way. It could be bills, even cars, and then the act go up like exponential was crazy. And this is the last final of the act. This is the last final that I have. And at the beginning, I have the bills go up, something like that. And now this is the, the new final.
And oops, I did it again. Hold on. I removed the wrong screen. So I remember you telling me about how the character itself changed a little bit during the progression of the act, because you're basically portraying this emotion of greed. And I'd like you to speak to that, and also we'll discuss a little bit about character, because I would say that is something up your sleeve. The natural ability you bring, or your ability to be natural, but also your character, this very likable character, and but yet there's a difference between the character in the first act I saw you do, where the card is a baby and you're um interacting with the deck of cards like it's alive, and then this act where it's all about the money and making the money appear, and this character representing sort of like this greedy type guy who wants all this money. And so can you speak to that a little bit, the character that's developed there?
Well, the character that I have in the baby trick, no, the card baby trick, was actually not was me at all. Was like I don't know what who it was. In the Miser trick, it's like what I look. I look with no hair, not like now because I am so beautiful now. No, I was more like a Tim Burton character movie, like Fetido. I don't know how
Or
was
like a thinner version of the I can't the Minions,
yeah, yes, yeah,
can't think of the
something like
guy's, yeah, with the Minions, but I can't think of his name. Groot,
that.
Groot.
Groot, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like him, something, and then I work in this way. No, I look like that. Okay, we work. But actually, my character when I do my real show is me. It's like me. I have a funny story with David Williamson. David Williamson. I love him. I love him.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's one of my all-time favorites for sure. I didn't
Yeah,
even realize. I just noticed that that's what you had behind you there. That's great.
and I have this David Williamson. And I have here Abner. This is the
Nice.
two poster I have for now. And I was in Macmillan Convention in London, performing in the competition, and there was David Williamson, He was in all the convention dressed like not casual wear, no, like a shirt or whatever, no? And he was there doing tricks and doing dumb things and clown things that he's so amazing. Then the last gala, the gala show, the final gala, there were a lot of great magicians, Tom Stone and more. I don't know more, but great magician and do a way to act. And the last was David Williamson, and he was dressed like he didn't change. He will have the same clothes, and he do the same thing that how he was doing in all the convention, and was a success. Was amazing moment. And I realized about that well, he didn't change. He's himself, and he's so good. I think that this is the way. The way is to looking for you and to be natural, not to be and to have great time. I realized one recently a concept that is good, that when you are snoring, no, how do you call it? The snore.
Yawning.
Yawning. When you're yawning, the people you transmit, no, the people do it the same. And when you laughing, you start to laughing, the people start to laughing. And when you have great time in the stage, the people have great time also. Then you have to have great time in the stage.
Hold on a second.
Oh, you have a big cat or a big rat. Maybe it's a
He-
rat.
He hit the keyboard, and then I couldn't see anything for a second there. Hold on, Fitzy. So you were talking about the same concept with Shin, and if you don't remember the quote, I can find it's on the same video. But you quoted, I think, Robert Houdin, and you were saying something about that, like being an extension of yourself. But then you said a quote, I believe from I believe it's Robert Houdin, but then you said I don't agree with that, and here's why. Is that
Yeah.
Do you remember?
The sentence is like, the magician is an actor who plays the role of magician.
Right. Okay.
No, I'm not agree. I'm not agree. Because we are not actors. To be a great actor is so hard. To be a person that is natural doing a role in a movie, so hard. It's so because he have a lot of cameras and then are playing like I know it's so hard. Then we have to be ourselves. We have to looking for who are we for real, and not have afraid of what the people will think about us. Oh, well, this is the worst thing. No, what be worried about what the people are thinking about us. We have to be a great artist, to be ourselves, to share our things, and we don't care at all what the people have to think. For sure, we work for the people, and then have to. It's great to have a good act, but and to good show. But it's important to have the person that have to have fun is ourselves. It's so important, so important because I have sometimes a really worst audience because the audience are not the same. They're good audience and bad audience, and I had a really great worst audience, really bad, and then I realized that, and then okay, I will have fun myself, and I start to, oh, that is so good, the car, so good. So you don't like it because you are stupid, but this is good, something like that, and then the people start to having fun with me. Yeah? This is mostly the way that I go in my life.
When you brought your first act that for the competition and you were bringing it here, I forget which convention it was where I met you, 2011, and you, I believe, won an IBM and SAM. Did you plan on doing sort of a silent act because of the language barrier? Was that part of the planning of how you would compete? Because that's a lesson I learned, because as you know, my act was just straight comedy magic, and not everything translates well. And I realized that, wow, if I did it all again to take it to that level, to the world championships, having a much more translatable act, like an act to music, makes way more sense. It's more practical. Was that part of what went into your planning?
Well, No, I don't think too much thing this. In fact, it's good to have a silent act because the producer prefer this in all around the world. If I have to talk only in English, I will limit my field of jokes. But the I have a wonderful song that I have this song of the My Manipulation Act that is amazing amazing song. I want to do something with this song and to be an international act for sure. My goal was I want to meet people around the world and I want to be in theater around the world. And I had, and it was a good experience. It was hard, but was good. I know.
And I just realized that I'm gonna show you a trick in a moment, and then I'll keep you around so I can tell you about a few things that have been going on. But I'll close it. It's been close to an hour. I'll close it for what we're gonna use for the IBM. But what my I guess my closing question is, where do we see you next? Are you going to be attending any of the conventions? Are you going to be coming
I
over
won't be.
for FISM Quebec?
No, Quebec, no. No,
Oh.
I'm not go. It's so far.
Yeah.
So far. My next show, I going to the sessions, but no, but not to do a show. I don't know what it is. And I will go. I don't know where to go. I have show here and stuff, and I working now in working, and I have an idea. I working an idea for a new act in theater, but I work in different stuff, and I don't know if I will do and show here in Spain. Sometimes I do my act some theater in France or whatever. But no, I try to slow down a little bit, to have more show here in Spain, to because I have too much work, too much work, and then I have my fireman work, I have my family, and now I start. I passed the exam for to be a chief in fireman. Now I
Okay.
want to work in to prepare myself properly. Well, one of those things. But I working on stuff for sure. Yeah, I'm an active
Now,
person. I working and stuff.
do you feel the need to compete anywhere? Like you won the Grand Prix. There's really no prize higher, but there's two schools of thought. Some people would say like, well, that's the top of the best, and you don't need it anymore. But then some would think I might want to go after it again or try a different actor, see what else, let's see if I can get two of them. Or what? How do
In
you
fact,
feel about?
I would like to do it again. I would like, but other people say, no, no, don't do it again. Don't do it. You're crazy, man. I have ideas for other acts, and I don't care about the result. I want to compete, to develop the act properly. To take the act another level. Because when you are doing competition, you realize about the mistakes, about the improvements, and then I want to do again the same with other acts, but I won the best award, and now it's not good to do it, and I don't know. I don't know. That's the funny part. I don't know. I think not, but who knows?
Yeah. All right, we'll know soon enough. All right, you ready for a magic trick?
Yeah.
This is some cool technological magic. All right, check it out. Watch. I'm gonna disappear. Smoke bomb. And back. Huh?
Wow.
Yeah, you like that?
Wow, I can do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look.
Uh, I've been working on all these different graphics and cool like effects that I can do with these programs, and I realized, look, all I need is this green bat,
And
and I just hold it in front of the camera like
that's
this,
funny.
and I can create this like disappearing effect. I don't need computer graphic. Just like there we go, green myself out. And so I'll show you a little more what I've been doing with that, but I'll go ahead and do a sign off, so I'll know where to cut this, and that's actually perfect timing for the amount of time that we have in the show. This has been fabulous. I really appreciate you coming on. I hope that I get to see you again soon, whether here or in Europe. But I'm so glad to be able to introduce you to anybody that hasn't seen your act yet or hasn't met a world champion of magic. Thank you, Hector, for being on the show
Well,
today.
thank you, Michael, for having me, and it's good to talk with you.
I